When you have made a mistake, hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. When you have made a mistake, I don't know anybody that hasn't made a mistake. Maybe you do, but I don't. Because everyone I know has made mistakes, including me. We don't purposefully set out to make mistakes, but they happen. In the course of everyday life, we can make mistakes, little mistakes or even big mistakes. I look at a mistake as, was it purposeful? Or did the person know that it was really a mistake, but they did it anyhow? Most people don't do that. Okay, most people don't make those kind of mistakes. Most people make a mistake and it's not intentional, but some people do make some intentional mistakes. Whether they were intentional or whether they were purposeful or whether we knew that they were wrong or whether we didn't know that they were wrong and it was simply a real mistake. Mistakes do happen. And so often people hold themselves accountable for mistakes. And we do have to hold ourselves accountable at some level, but we have to forgive ourselves and we have to move on from that mistake. We need to learn from a mistake and we need it to teach us so that we don't make that same kind of mistake again. And if we do, well, we have to learn again. Mistakes are full of lessons. And like I said, we don't want to have to learn that way. And often we can learn through other people's mistakes or we can learn the right way so that we don't make a mistake. But ultimately in life, most people, if not all, make mistakes. The key to it is to learn from a mistake, to learn from your mistakes, and then implement those life lessons that you've learned from making those mistakes and do your best at avoiding future mistakes just like them. But the fear of mistakes often hold people back from their best life, and we don't want to hold ourselves back from our very best life. We want to fail forward if we have to, not purposely fail, not purposefully make mistakes, but we want to go forward and continue on, learning from our mistakes and letting our mistakes push us forward in the most positive way. And so if you've made mistakes, be forgiving of yourself. Be forgiving of others. People have made mistakes too. A lot of people have made them purposeful and a lot of people simply made a mistake. They thought that they were doing the right thing and they didn't. It's easy to get critical of ourselves. It's easy to get critical of other people. It's easy for other people to get critical of us. When I see someone getting really, really critical of someone else, whether it's me or anybody else, I take a step back because, well, they've made mistakes too. And how you react to someone else's mistake reflects who you are. It doesn't really reflect who they are. Now, I'm not saying we don't address a mistake. I get that. We have to sometimes address mistakes. But when we dwell in that mistake beyond where we need to be, often it's going to hold us back. It's going to hold the relationship back. It's going to make the other person feel bad. And it's going to make us feel bad too, because we're not going to feel good by dwelling there. And so the key to it is to learn, to do self-correction, or sometimes we have to correct other people in the right way. I mean, that's just part of life. And yet we move forward. We move forward. We become forgiving of ourselves and we become forgiving of other people. And it depends on the mistake. Sometimes we don't go back into a relationship. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we go back better than ever. Sometimes we'll probably, if it's a big mistake, we'll probably always remember that mistake, but we've got to forgive that mistake one way or the other and move forward. And just know that you're not alone if you've made a mistake. Everybody has made them. Everybody has a story of mistakes, whether they're little, whether they're big. Sometimes we only look at big mistakes. Oh, their mistake is bigger than mine. Everybody makes them. Everybody gets some kind of mistakes in life. So be very, very careful about being judgmental of other people, because that's not a good thing to be, is to be overly judgmental. Yeah, sometimes we have to kind of look at things and go, okay, this wasn't right. How do we fix it, or can we fix it? And if we can't, we've got to move on somehow. It's just life. It's life. Life is full of mistakes, but it's full of victories and it's full of positives and it's full of successes. So you just brush yourself off and you keep on going. You forgive yourself and you forgive others. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.